What's up? This is this what it is? And I'm your host, Gunvid. So yeah, speaking of snitching, this motherfucker, like, you know how, like, like, how people used to be like, oh, watch out, these crackheads, they'll snitch on you. Yo, this nigga, he snitched on a crackhead, bro. It's like the hustlers were like, yo, watch out, bro, the crackheads, they're gonna snitch on you, Yo, bro, the hustler snitched on the crackhead, bro. And then you know how, like, people will be having co-defendants and shit? Like, say you're in a car and the cops pull you guys over and then they get, like, they arrest everyone for drugs and then you got a co-defendant. Because you were at the same place with the person who had the drugs. You're not supposed to snitch on your co-defendants, even if you had nothing to do with it. This motherfucker, bro, he was in North Carolina, got arrested by himself, went back to Harlem, got a crackhead who wasn't even there. He wasn't even in the car with him. This guy, he was on a bus. He wasn't even on the bus with him. In a whole different state. Got him, brought him back to North Carolina and snitched, bro. He snitched on him. So anyway, I talk about these things that I don't really fucking even care, bro. Like, I'll make a whole diss track. I'll, like, sound like I'm all mad and shit. I don't care, bro. What? So anyway, I'm about to light up this what is this called? Strawberry runts, bro. Yeah, bro. Strawberry runts, bro. So anyway, moving on. Let's move on to a different sport. All right, so the Mets, I think they won like 6 straight games, and it's like, I don't know, man. This fucking team. The Mets are worse than the Knicks, bro. Because, I feel like there's been so many more years that, like, you look at the Mets team and you're like, oh shit, bro. They might win it this year. Like, they'll do, like, really fucking good in the regular season. And then you're like, shit, bro, they might win. And they fucking lose. And it's like, fuck, bro. Like, with the Knicks, it's not as bad because it's like, all right, bro, they're probably going to fucking lose. So it's like, it's like, whatever. Like, usually the Mets and Knicks both have good teams, but it's like, the Knicks are going to lose still. But with the Mets, it's like, you fucking think they might win, and then they, like, fucking just fall apart. So, yeah. I have no hope for the Mets this year. But I can't front next year. I think they might, they might win. So yeah, there's that. And what else? So yeah, Knicks, Mets. You know? This is just what it is. Let's talk about the Yankees. The Yankees fucking... Are they even doing good this year? It's like they made it to the World Series last year. And then now they're like fucking... I don't know. The Yankees, they still got a better chance than the Mets. But it's like... Bro, they got a fucking shitty defense. It's like Volpe always making errors and shit. You know, Volpe fucking up. You got yeah, they had a pretty good offensive team, but it's like defensively they'll just fucking throw the whole game away, like in the World Series last year. So, yeah. I was looking at the Reds. It's looking like they might fucking win this year. I don't know. It's going to be either the Reds or the Dodgers again this year. I think it would be cool if the Reds win because, you know, they got a pretty cool team. Like their jerseys are dope. They got cool jerseys. And I don't know. You know, they had Pete Rose. He should be in the Hall of Fame. How is this guy not in the Hall of Fame, bro? Alright, so in the UFC, yesterday we had Robert Whittaker versus Renier de Ridder. And then de Ridder won by decision. It was a split decision. And then everyone's like, what the fuck, bro? Rob won. And it's like, I'm so tired of that shit in sports. It's like, one guy does enough to win, and then fucking the other guy wins, and like, that whole person's career is just fucking altered now, and it's not where he should be. Because now Whittaker, you know, he should be next for a fucking title shot, and then he lost to both of the fucking fighters that are fighting for the middleweight belt now. He lost to Chimaev and what's it called? What's the champion's name? Fucking Duplessis, right? He lost to both of them pretty bad. But it's like it would have been a good story for him to get a rematch and, you know, chance at redemption. And then fucking you got now de Ridder, he's gonna be next. And then now Whittaker, he's probably gonna have to fight again to earn a title shot. And it's like, it's just bullshit, bro. And I don't think he's going to retire, but like, you know, now he might just retire because it's like, what the fuck, bro? Now what happens if he fights again and then he gets another fucking decision that should have went his way, that didn't go his way? It's like, what the fuck, bro? What's the point of even fighting at that point? You know, he got a YouTube channel, does pretty good. I think he's a gamer and shit. You can probably make money off that. So then it gets to a point where it's like fucking, you probably make more money off of YouTube than fighting. So we need better judges. We need, and you know what? I think they need to just give them a little more time after the last round to make a fucking decision as far as who they thought won the round. And I think Bro, I think the fighters should go and have to, like, present themselves to the judges. Pause. Like, the judges, they have to look at these fighters and look at the damage that was done in the fight. I think maybe even after every fucking round, before the start of the next round, the judges should look at the fighters, pause, look at their body and their face, and see which fighter did more damage. Because, you know, you got these fighters, they're all cut up and bruised up, and then they're the winner of the fight. When it's like in real life, that's part of how we judge fights. Like, boom, someone had a fight in the streets. And then it's like, oh, who won? All right, look at their faces. You know? Maybe one of the fighters landed more punches, but it's like you look at the other guy and he got fucking, you know, he got a black eye and he got fucking bumps and bruises and cuts, and it's like, who really won the fight? So I think after every round, the judges should look at the fighters and I think the judges they shouldn't be sitting below the octagon or ring in boxing. They should be seated on fucking elevated seats like tennis, and be on the same level of the octagon or ring. Because they're looking at these fighters. They're not looking at them face to face and seeing the damage that happened. So that's really the change that needs to be made. And I think that would actually really improve judging from here on out. So if you appreciated this episode, hit that like button, comment, share, and subscribe. This is what it is. And I'm your host, Gunvid.